Liverpool have signed Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and you know what? I've got to be happy about it because it means that we've actually done some business. Now, you might think you're a bit late to this one. Again, come on, let me. I finished work. I've come home. I've now seen the news that it's actually, it's official. He's in the kit, and he can't wait to come to Melwood and stuff like that. But I needed to go back and I needed to have a look at what has his career actually been like so far? And I've got my iPad up in front of me, and I'm probably going to refer to it a little bit, but I'm going to go try and think back from some of my memories of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and there aren't many. No, standout ones in my mind. I know that he had a good season last season with Arsenal. He's very much about getting into the midfield. Doesn't want to be he does have the pace. He doesn't want to be necessarily shipped out as a wide player, which is fair enough because you must look at our wide players and be like, I haven't got a cat and hell's chance of getting in any of those positions, either left or right. Doesn't matter. He's not going to get in there. What is he going to bring to us? Well, people keep saying, look at his Arsenal career and all this lot, and saying he's only scored 9 goals in 6 years or something like that. In the league, he scored, let's have a look, in the league he scored 9 goals. FA Cup he scored 1. League Cup he scored 5, and in other it scored 5, and that's off a website called soccerbase.com. Just wanted to get some stats on him basically and see what he's actually been like. And yeah, it's not the most impressive stats, but where's he been playing? He's played pretty much every position probably apart from centre-back and a striker. So, I mean, where's the consistency at Arsenal with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and his playing? And I can understand why someone who's only 24, yes, he's 24, someone who's 24, hasn't reached his peak yet, hasn't reached his prime, is probably wanting to be able to say, I've always wanted to be a midfielder and I want to play in the midfield, yet I'm playing left wing back, right back, maybe a little bit of left back, right wing or right mid. He's played centre mid, and when he has played centre mid, sometimes he's looked pretty good for Arsenal. Other times he's looked a bit shaky, but it depends who he's partnered with, I think. If he's partnered with the right people, he's looked okay. In fact, he's looked more than okay. He's looked pretty good. He's played everywhere, and there's no consistency in where he's been, where he's wanting to play. And he's playing in positions that he doesn't want to play. So the fact that he's done pretty well, playing at stuff like right wing back and stuff like that. Now, obviously, doing the whole left wing back experiment isn't working, and it's not really working for Arsenal at the moment, putting Hector Bella in there either. But that's a completely different issue, and that's for Arsenal fans to talk about because that's their problem, not ours. We've got Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and I didn't know this. I didn't know that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, apparently growing up as a kid, was a Liverpool fan. So, I mean, that's a selling point already, because it's like, okay, you were a Liverpool fan. He says that he wanted to be Gerrard. He wanted to be Steven Gerrard, and that he's maybe closer to actually being able to do that now. It's like, no, sorry, number 8's already gone, I'm afraid. It's gone to Naby Keita, which he'll be coming next season. Look, there's no doubt about it. He has all the tools and potential to be a very good player. And I've got a lot of faith in the fact that Jurgen Klopp will be working with him and his staff will be working with him. And our team, he'll get to work with our team, which at the moment it's a well-oiled machine. God knows what's going to happen after the international break. We always seem to have a bit of a, we suffer an injury here or there. Hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, everything, we get no injuries. But it's good to have a player like Oxlade-Chamberlain in there because he's got someone he needs to develop, and I think maybe the last two years at Arsenal his development had stagnated and it kind of stopped, and that seems to be a little bit of a common theme with Arsene Wenger and Arsenal at the moment, where people are saying, are the players actually improving that he's bringing in, or the younger ones and stuff like that? They're talking about Iwobi, who had a bit of a breakout season, I think either last year or the year before, and then they don't get heard of again. Serge Gnabry looks like a hell of a talent over at Hoffenheim, but wasn't getting a shot at Arsenal. It's one of those things. I mean, Bayern Munich don't buy someone like Serge Gnabry. Yes, they've loaned him out to Hoffenheim for the year, but they don't buy someone like that just on a whim. They've bought them because they see something there. And maybe that's what we've done here. We've beaten off, you know, some competition from Chelsea. They were looking to bring in someone like that. And I'm probably looking to bring in someone like that just in case this whole Danny Drinkwater situation doesn't come out in Chelsea's favour. Whether they can actually get that transfer through, even though he's handed a transfer request in. Look, it's hours, it's minutes, it's seconds now in this on deadline day. Deadline day, I've never been a big fan of it, but I'll come on to that when I do a transfer like roundup when the window's closed. There's reasons behind it, and I've never said on this channel why. Think back to what was probably the worst literal transfer deadline for Liverpool. It was good in some ways, but it was one of the worst. Anyway, think over that one and what it could be. I am going to be positive about this transfer for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I wasn't very enthusiastic yesterday. And yeah, I probably shouldn't have been as... I wasn't negative. I'm just when it hit me and people were saying he's going to have his medical and that, and I'm like, okay. That's it. That's all, literally all it was. I just kind of went, all right, no problem. Fair play. And I'm like, it's not being something that's been like, wow, what a transfer. Like, it's nothing like that. And maybe it doesn't need to be fair. I've got to have faith in the fact that Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool have a plan. They don't seem to bring people in unless they have a plan for that player. And there's got to be a plan for this player in Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's got pace. He's really filled out and his physicality is there. It's getting there as well. And it's improving. He does, he is quite good with the ball when he gets a chance to play in his preferred position. But to be honest with you, I haven't paid a great deal of attention to him. So I need to, it's all stats and all things that I can kind of remember at the moment. And I do think that he could have a positive impact. If he plays in centre mid, that's going to upgrade just the pace factor in our centre midfield alone. He'll bring a lot to that. And then you look at the pace that we'll have on the wings. Whether that's something that, Jurgen Klopp's looked at and thought, I've got pace on the wings. I've got pace at left back and right back. I need pace through the middle. Maybe that is something that he's actually looking at and just thinking, I need some pace in there. Who's going to be the easiest person to replace in our midfield? I have absolutely no idea. Obviously, you can't take your captain out. You just can't. When he's fit, he generally will have to play unless he's on really bad form, and he's not at the moment. He's on good form. Emre Can is having an absolute wildfire of a season so far. It's very early on, but we need to tie his contract down so soon. There's still rumours of Juventus circling around him. Your Gini Wijnaldum had a very slow start to the season, and I would have said probably him, apart from the performance that he put in against Arsenal. It was a hell of a performance. One of those up there with the best that he's had with us so far in his, it's only a 1 year career so far at Liverpool, so it's still early on for him. You've then got other players, Adam Lallana, you've got Philippe Coutinho, whatever's going on there. You've got other players, potentially Thomas Lemar as well, which would be ridiculous, but again, I'm playing sensible on that one. I'm not getting carried away. I think we've done some good business here, and we've also, in a way, we've weakened a rival, which normally, when we're doing transfers that like quite big transfers and stuff like that, it's normally us weakening ourselves and selling to a rival. Thankfully, we're not doing that this time. We're weakening a rival who are not in the very best of, stable positions at the moment. Vet questions about the manager, questions about the squad questioning the manager and the ownership, players wanting to leave. There's still going to be the subject of, Sanchez wanting to move. Man City are apparently due sometime today to table a £70 million bid, and with 1 year left on your contract, you can't turn that down. And I'm not saying that just as a Liverpool fan. I'm pretty sure if you've got someone that doesn't want to be there, and they've got less than 1 year on their contract, and someone offers you 70 million, or you keep them, they're going to be, discontent all season. They're not going to necessarily play well, and then he goes for free at the end of the season. It's not a positive in my view. It really isn't. So there's loads of stuff going wrong there at Arsenal. But again, I don't know a great deal about it. They're not my club. Liverpool are my club, and we seem to be doing okay. We've still got business to do. Still absolutely nothing about Virgil van Dijk, so I'm going to assume that that deal is dead and that nothing is going to happen. Unless we've got till 11 o'clock tonight UK time, so God knows what could happen until then. Everything seems to go into overdrive around about 6 o'clock in the evening, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, when people are helicoptering and flying everywhere to go and get stuff done. Maybe that's what happens, I don't know, but I'm assuming that that deal is dead. And if anything good happens, then I can be pleasantly surprised. That's the way I'm approaching it, and that's just the way I approach things like this when I think that it's not going to come off. Thomas Lemar, apparently our medical team are on standby to fly out to his training base with his national team. You know what? I can't even remember his nationality. That's really bad. Is he French? I'm pretty sure he's French. I'm not sure. I know he plays in France, but there you go. So our medical team are on standby in case anything comes out, and I don't know if anything is as advanced on that one, so maybe anybody can let me know in the comments below. That would be awesome. I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. That's all I've got for today so far. There will be further videos as we have further developments and maybe even another transfer. If there's another big one in the Premier League itself in general, I'll maybe do a video on that as well, depending on who it is and who the team is as well. But if you've liked this video, please drop a like on it and share it around. Subscribe if you're new around here. Thanks ever so much for your support and for watching, as always, and I'll catch you later.